Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Marc. I'm the founder of Autobahn Digital, and I wanted to share something with you guys today. So I just finished a call with my automotive agency mastermind group. So I just did a quick mashup of almost every answers from the group's members, and I wanted to share this information with you guys because even though you're missing a few of the portions of the call, this might give you tremendous value, and this might help you if you're considering about joining the group. If that's the case, please check the link in description. Without further ado, let's get into it. When you approach like an auto loan or financing campaign, whether it's on Google, Facebook, like whatever, right? Like the product you're really trying to sell is the car financing. It's not the car itself at this point. You kind of have to approach it in a different way, like from like upside down, if that makes sense. Then you say, you know what, we're gonna sort out the financing part. Let's say we understand what's your monthly budget and how much car you can buy, and then we'll shop for something that fits your need, because there's nothing worse than falling in love with a car you can afford. You kind of approach it this way, and you can model your own campaign and process. Let's say you're using Messenger or like a chatbot or a form. You can build your own process to get them into the funnel at this point, qualify and gather information around car financing, and then the information you get as a dealership, you contact them with good news or bad news, or always mostly good news if you can, and say, you know what, you can afford $350 a month under these conditions or under these scenarios. Let's work to find like a car that fits that within our inventory. Then you can ask more questions and qualify, but at this point they feel more engaged with your car dealership or your business than just requested the phone number and email. All right, so you got a ton of leads. You didn't call them. That's good. It's gonna put pressure on them, right? It's funny because I got the pretty much same situation a few weeks ago. Honestly, it was my bad. Like, I should have warned them. The campaign started off like I think there was like 10 leads on the first day, so they got caught by surprise. But you know what, having a conversation with our client, you know, you and me, we can adjust like our future discussions with client, like onboarding sessions. Say, you know what, if this happens, are you ready, right? Because it's a good question. As a business, you can have too many leads. This will expose kind of if your process is not like scalable, or if your business is not ready to handle leads. Ask this question to your client. If I bring you 20 leads per day starting tomorrow, I'm not saying this will happen, but if I do, are you ready to treat everything that's coming in, or you'll have to have me, you know, stop the campaign? And then they'll be laughing and then, you know, telling you, of course I can take it, but I have learned not to trust that over time, because sometimes just too many leads make sense. I've been working with like auto loans or like car financing entities for a while now, and like some of them are doing like over 1,000 units a month specific on financing. Okay, so they're not selling used cars, they're not selling new cars, they're selling financing, and then they attach that financing to used car dealers are making most of their money on finance product anyways. It just makes sense to understand how it can be driven this way. From what we might see in the next few years, it just might be more important than ever to kind of master that process as a business. That's just my opinion from what I see. Because I'm working with all types of dealers, like new car, used cars, and finance, and the finance guys are making a lot of money, but they're approaching the business a little bit differently, but it's nothing far from what a real dealer is. If that makes sense. It's just that you really have to secure the financing part, like with imaginary scenario, or like you're not a real car, and then you plug the car into it. It's really upside down, really. Like, do you want to do like really used cars or like no finance? It's kind of hybrid, right? If you could have like a general inventory ad that says our whole inventory now available at 0% down. Okay, so you could put like a few different cars that kind of look what you're going to get on the website, plus a big 0% like in the image, I mean, and then focus your offer on, you know, like the headline could be no money down, no problem. And then if you'd like to see how you can finance your next car without putting a single dollar down, check this out. Yeah, well, I would line it up, right? You're like you said, you're building an offer. Here's why people love to buy cars here. 0% down, low interest rate starting at, I don't know what's the interest rate in your area, 4.99, I don't know, 150 cars to choose from, 40 new vehicles every month or every week, the most for your car, tax rebates, whatever. You line it up, like every single reasons there are to do business here, you line it up, you build an offer. So it's, at the end of the day, it's a no-brainer for them to say, you know what, I'm gonna try these guys. You know what, same thing as before, like you do your ad text, you build the right copy, and then you say, when you're confident with the copy, you say, let's try something, and I'm gonna try it with 5 different images. One that's 0% with cars, the other one interest rate starting at 4.99, the other one at 150 cars to choose from. You kind of try it, and then you see which is engaging, which one gets the more click. I love and hate this question because I wish it was always the same, but it's not. Like, it depends. Like, geography will play a role, the type of business will play a role. You know, this is why it's so important to know where and when to optimize. And like, that's the main challenge in my end. Building copy around what's the benefits for your client is super effective when it's time to write like powerful ads, right? If you're doing that, you got 50% covered, and then you got to find a way to approach people and interact with them in ways that, let's say on social media, they stop scrolling. This is why I like attention grabbing like headlines, so then they can click to learn more on Facebook, for example, because this way they've interacted with your ad and they see the rest of the copy. In the future, if you want to build a campaign that's only retargeting anyone who's like engaged with your campaigns, like whether through video, they click on ads, they click on your website, you can do so. And as this audience grows, your ad's going to be more and more effective. That makes sense, because if someone really takes the time to, you know, interact with your ads or watch 50% of your videos about car finance, you can assume there might be a little bit more in the market to change cars than someone who's not, like clicking or just someone that's scrolling by. It's hard because I know how to drive more results, so it's hard to say, you know what, we're gonna settle for this, versus, because I know some clients love it, but I don't know, it's just I just think it's an average product in terms of when it comes to Facebook and IG. In my opinion, I feel like the Facebook ads, like Facebook dynamic ads, come with a lot of ad waste, like ad money waste, if that makes sense. It's just that there's so many dollars spent to show your cars to a pool of people. I think once in a while you'll get someone that's kind of interested in what they're shown. In theory, it's a great product, but in practice, I'm not sure. Since I've been working with Messenger, like chatbots and stuff, I let people really come in and actually have them book an appointment on their end, just like you did with the link. I started providing some clients with these links, and you know, the dealership actually gets an appointment sent to them, and they don't have like anything to do. That's pretty cool. They can just call back and, you know, confirm some information and confirm the appointment. If they're not doing that, because that's not the majority, I wish, but it's not, you can just call them and just validate a few information and say, look, I'm not the one that's going to be appraising your car, so I can't give you a value because I'm under the impression it might be misleading. I might give you too much or too little, and this way you'll be disappointed both ways, right? Just try to play the game that dealerships, they should be able to manage this one a bit like easier. When would you like to come see the car? I know there's been a few calls on this car. Would you like to come and see it tomorrow or today? Like I said last time, it's not something I do a lot these days. What I've done that's really working well, let me show you an example. Like every time I've had this conversation, I said, you know what, here's an idea, you could do this instead. And then I'm able to show them results, and this is what happened with these other clients. And they're like, yeah, let's try that instead. And they stick to it. And it's win-win because it's easier to maintain. It's easier there's not much changes. You can actually optimize everything on your end. I'm just thinking about your business. Like I really like those auto loan campaigns because I can say, you know what, I optimize every 3 days. Like let's say on Mondays and Thursdays. On my end, I know I pull the best ads, I kill the worst ones. You know, I do it all on my end. I don't have any promotions or anything from the dealership that's coming in. I can do everything on my side. I can preset them to start the next month. I don't have any, it reduces stress a lot on the agency versus new and used cars. Yeah, here's what they're doing. they call them Mac, say, looks like from the information you provided, I got good news for you. You should be pre-approved. When would you be available to come in and meet with one of our finance directors so we can like gather all the banking information if you want to share it, and get you approved for a loan. And then there's no commitment, there's no risk, and then you could just choose whatever you like from there. But think about it. Like most people, they get a loan to buy their cars, right? Like the process has been strictly to get these people excited, and then it all depends on finance anyways, because if they can't get approved, like forget the car. So instead of doing car finance, you just go finance then car. Then you get those people who are like in between, kind of considering or wondering if their credit is good enough. Kind of depends, right? You get those people too. I know for a fact that here dealership are making good money with these people because of whether like higher interest rates, the need for insurance, the need for financial products, which are good like for dealership margins. Before you dig deeper into that, you would have to have these questions to a couple of your clients. You can call them, say, you know what, I'm working with someone. They've been doing a lot of auto finance leads. I'd like to understand if it works here versus, because it might not. I don't want to push you in the wrong direction I didn't know that before I tried it. So I know it's a dumb answer, but at some point you got to tweak your message and see what responds more and try to see if the dealership can fulfill. Kind of have to follow those car buyers or car sellers, if that makes sense. When I considered like doing these again, I consider just going through like providers that always like that build the platform already, because like even at this point I wouldn't even build it all on my end if someone has already, like, even if I gotta pay like a monthly fee or something, because it's a different beast. You gotta have a developer and then find a good developer and then follow them to make sure it complies with everything. It's weeks, probably months of development, and then you gotta manage the bugs because there are many bugs with Facebook. All right, you guys, I hope this was of some help for you. So if you learned something today, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as I'll be sharing more of these in the future. Let me know what you'd like to see next. If you have any questions or anything, I'd love to help. I'm putting more and more content out there, so it's great when you guys share what you want. If that's the case, please leave a comment below. Always make sure to give me some feedback as I'm trying to improve. As always, I hope you have an amazing day. Go crush it. Cheers.